the Chinese believe that on the 7th month, hell is opened up and everybody leaves hell for 1 month to receive offerings, to visit the live, to visit their family, to visit those who are they still are attached to. That is 100% correct or not, I cannot judge. But I think that thinking about the dead, thinking about those who have passed away, and remembering their kindness, and also even those that are not directly connected to you, but those who have passed away and who have taken negative rebirths, to think about their suffering and to want to quell or to relieve their suffering, I think that one is very, very beneficial. In Buddhism, remembering the kindness of one's parents and one's ancestors is very, very important, because one has the perfect human body due to their kindness, and one has education, and one has health, and one has one's experiences because of their kindness. So therefore, to remember the kindness of one's parents and one's grandparents and one's grandparents' parents is extremely important. So in that way, the 7th month, according to the Chinese lunar calendar, is a wonderful way for us once a year to remember our ancestors' kindness and to do something for them. And also it's very wonderful to remember the sufferings of others in other realms, to not think that it's just my relatives, but also to think about other people's existences. During the whole year, if we do Dharma practice, it's wonderful. But during that month, if we wish to think about our relatives, then it would be wonderful during that month to create Buddha statues, to create tsatsas. If we have statues, we have tsatsas to offer gold or to offer brocades, and to make extra offerings of, for example, flowers and water and incense, and dedicate it to the person that's passed away. We can even take the pictures of people that we love and we can put it in front of the image and specially dedicate for them, or we can do a general one without any pictures. And even better, not just the people we love, but also all beings who have taken an unfortunate rebirth, we dedicate this merit to. So during that month, we can create tsatsas, sponsor statues, offer gold on them. We can also create Dharma books. Creating Dharma books is very, very meritorious, and dedicating it to other sentient beings who have taken rebirth in the lower realms, or particularly our family if we wish, or people that we know of, or friends. We can create a wonderful, wonderful tsatsas. We can ourselves go into retreats, ourselves go vegetarian for 1 month, ourselves refrain, or we can even on that month, for certain institutions that have this available, take monk or nun vows for 1 month and dedicate. So those are very, very powerful methods that we get directly involved. We do something directly, and we get involved directly, and we dedicate it to others. So going vegetarian, refraining from doing negative action of any type, and also, for example, drinking or smoking, not doing that for 1 month, or reduction of it, whatever it is, to dedicate to sentient beings who are in a suffering state. So another wonderful method to help them also can be is doing different types of pujas. It can be medicine Buddha pujas, it can be Tara pujas, or in this case, Setra pujas. So Setra pujas would be wonderful, because in the Setra puja, you have the 7 limbs. The 7 limbs of invitation, requesting to stay, making offerings, confession of one's negative actions, also requesting the wheel of Dharma to be turned, requesting that all sentient beings receive Dharma, dedication, rejoicing. Most important is rejoicing. So all the 7 limbs are included in the Setrap puja. And Setrap is a special Dharma protector of our Kichara house. Kichara house is something that is under my spiritual care, if I may say so humbly. And since I come from Ganden Monastery, my monastery, Ganden Shartse, has been worshipping Setrap and relying on Setrap's powerful, skillful help for the last 600 years, since the inception of Ganden Monastery. So therefore, if it is good enough for all the monks there, and the high lamas, and the great geshis, and the great teachers for the last 600 years, certainly it'd be very good for all of us. And I've heard a few wonderful, miraculous stories of how Setrap helps from the old and high lamas, And those are very, very touching. So I think in our center, it is very good that we do Setrap practice. And it's very good that we do Setrap puja. And doing that Setrap puja, to make as much offerings as we can. And while we're doing the Setrap puja, to have a very good motivation. It doesn't matter how we look, doesn't matter how we sound, it doesn't matter how we appear. We should dress well and clean and comfortable. And we should be also, practice the puja, not to look good, but practice it in order that when Setrap is invited during the puja, we may make the offerings very beautifully to him. Then also, when we're doing the puja, we should have our mind focused on the puja and benefiting others. So we should think all sentient beings who have taken rebirth in the negative realms. My Lord Setrap, in your skillful means as a Buddha, who can emanate millions, hundreds of thousands, hundreds, tens, multitude of emanations, you can emanate simultaneously to benefit them. For all those sentient beings, may they be blessed by you, Setrap, who is no different than Amitabha Buddha, the Buddha of the Western paradise. And in the Chinese tradition, it's very beautiful because those who chant Amitabha's practice, chant Amitabha's Dharani and Sutra every single day, and then they do intense chanting non-stop for 7 days. It is said that when at the time of death, that Amitabha will come from Sukhavati and bless the disciple to take rebirth in Sukhavati in the presence of Amitabha. So Chinese also have that kind of thinking, have that kind of practice, and have that kind of firm Mahayana basis. And that is true. That is absolutely correct. So that one's not Chinese legend or Chinese superstition. That's absolutely true. If we do Amitabha practice well, completely well, we can take rebirth in Sukhavati. So Setrap is just another form of Amitabha. So therefore, Setrap is extremely appropriate for if Chinese people wish to practice. Of course, Setrap himself will not take bias whether you're Chinese or not Chinese. But being Chinese, there's a special connection to Setrap because it is Amitabha. And Chinese seem to favor this Buddha very, very much. So therefore, I'm extremely pleased that for the 7th lunar month, that Kichara House, its working committee, and its staff, and also its members, and everyone will be doing Setrap pujas to dedicate to the hungry ghosts, to the animals, and also to the hell beings, to all sentient beings who suffer. So doing that is excellent. It's a wonderful way of thinking about other people's kindness and reflecting on other people's sufferings. So I wish everybody great success and great luck. And I'm extremely pleased that Kichara House does this puja, and I hope that it becomes a yearly tradition. I offer you my felicitations. Janju Senjo Rinpoche, Majipana Chigichi, Chebane Bebe Mayang, Goni Goni Pewasho, Tony Towa Rinpoche, Majipana Chigichi, Chebane Bebe Mayang, Goni Goni Pewasho, Gewandi Nududa, Lama Sange Dugune, Draw Jiga Malopa, De Sala Gobara Show.